Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. For those of you that don't know, we do have a Patreon page. It is B's Intuition on Patreon. So you guys are more than welcome to join us. So yesterday I got a lot of, well, not really a lot of downloads, but I got a lot of information yesterday. I definitely did have a dream as well. So in the dream, there were two people on a motorcycle. And there was a car that was behind the motorcycle. And so the person in the car was like, something is getting ready to happen. And so after, like the person said, that something, was getting ready to happen, like the motorcycle, it kind of swerved a little bit, and then the person on the back, like flew off of the motorcycle into the grass. And the person, that flew off into the grass, they were hurt. So something about a premonition. So somebody, could have a premonition about something, like happening, like before it happens. It's giving me, of course, like Final Destination movies. So, I don't know, something about, Final Destination, Final Resting Place. We know, what the final resting place is. It's a cemetery, So something about a cemetery, could be significant. I don't know. Somebody, could be, playing in the cemetery, digging up dirt in the cemetery, to use it, against somebody. But like the motorcycle crashing out, it's also giving me too, like somebody, like wanting somebody to crash out, or somebody, was like in crash out mode. So after, the person, that flew off the back of the motorcycle, was hurt, then it went to another scenario to where like somebody, was looking at paperwork. And it seemed like, it was like medical bills. It has something to do with, like finances. And so what I took from that was like, and it was the person, that, flew off of, the back of the motorcycle, because they had like bandages and things on them, so that was the person, that got hurt. But what I took from that was, like somebody, like is being, like held responsible for something, that, like wasn't their fault. Or somebody's trying to hold somebody responsible for something that wasn't their fault. Because, the person on the back of the motorcycle, they were just, like the passenger on the motorcycle. So the person that was driving the motorcycle, they, are the owner of the motorcycle. So they should have had, like some type of insurance, like to protect themselves, to protect, other people, that they ride on the motorcycle. I don't know. Insurance, could be significant. But it's something about, like somebody, like trying to blame, the person, that, like is not, the responsible person, not the person, that caused, the crash, or, the person, that, like they weren't driving, like the motorcycle, I don't know. It's just giving me, like crash out energy, or, like somebody wants somebody to crash out because they're blaming them for something, that, like they weren't, they're not held liable for. But then also, because I kept thinking about the message yesterday when we were talking about what was it? When we were talking about Pluto, the planet Pluto. And so it led me, like to look into Pluto, to see, if Pluto, was doing something in the universe. And so, yes, Pluto is doing something in the universe. Pluto is direct in Aquarius. It went direct in Aquarius on October the 13th. And so, somebody could be in Aquarius, somebody could have Aquarius in their chart. And so, I looked into, as far as like, with Pluto being direct in Aquarius, what's taking place, what's happening. And so there could be, like a lot of breakthroughs in technology. So this could be, like people discovering new ways to use technology, people creating, like new technology. There could be breakthroughs in, like community. There could be, like breakthroughs in, like social systems. So this would be, social media platforms, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. But the breakthroughs is also giving me too, like hacking. So there could be a lot of hacking, that could be, like taking place at this time. When it comes to like truths and secrets, hidden truths surface, open secrets are revealed, conspiracies once dismissed may hold truth, actions speak louder, so logic prevails over empty words. When it comes to power and institutions, governments and institutions may face deep restructuring, which is definitely what's going on now with the government. Economic shifts as money's meaning is questioned, and that's definitely what's going on now. It says leaders face stronger calls for accountability, and that definitely is what's going on now. When it comes to money and motivation, it's with Pluto, direct in Aquarius, it's a favorable time for investments and contracts. It's a strong time for research or new projects. Collaborations bring opportunities for growth. When it comes to like celebrities and culture, celebrity illusions begin to break down, which is already going on. Greed and narcissism are exposed. Choose wisely. Value matters more than fame. When it comes to collective rebellion, protests and uprisings demand lasting change. People are weary of lies and suffering. Renewal begins as communities fight for justice. When it comes to tech and AI innovation and rapid tech reshape daily life, which basically, AI, definitely, starting to take over. When it comes to, tech and AI, protect personal data as digital laws emerge. Online work grows as in-person connection wanes. When it comes to humanity and spirituality, humanitarian energy rises, care for others increases, spiritual practices spread, but frauds are exposed. Guard your mind and heart from manipulation. When it comes to identity and expression, fashion grows bold with unique self-expression. Sexuality expands with freedom and acceptance. Individuality outweighs conformity and social rules. So a lot of what I just read, we've been dealing with that for, like a while. But because Pluto is direct in Aquarius, it's giving me, it's going to be, like a lot of that stuff, is going to be, like really, really, really heavy, I did pick up on, like an energy shift, in one of the messages the other day. So I feel like that, with Pluto being direct in Aquarius, this could be the big energy shift, that I was picking up on. But I felt like that I needed to, like share that information, with you guys. Because, there's a lot of stuff, that maybe people, don't understand, that's going on at this time. And so, Pluto definitely, has a lot to do, with a lot of stuff that's going on. The planets, yeah, the universe. But you know, most people, you know, they call it the universe. You know, I call it God. So yeah, God, you know, is yeah doing some stuff. You know, God is, you know, yeah, causing, you know, like a lot of, you know, uh, stuff to be revealed. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we are in the age of Aquarius, and so yeah, that was what was told to us, you know, um, going into the age of Aquarius, you know. So let's just hop in and see what's going on. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Destiny card. So yeah, Destiny. Somebody's name could be Destiny. It's giving me, you know, like, yeah, fulfilling destiny. So maybe, you know, it's time, you know, for people to be focused on fulfilling destiny, you know, instead of, you know, fulfilling, you know, like their physical desires or, you know, their emotional desires. Holy Spirit. We got the stalking and watching card, but it came out in reverse. I don't know. With this card coming out in the verse, this is giving me, yeah, like somebody, you know, like no longer, you know, able to stalk somebody, watch somebody. This is giving me, you know, like, yeah, like on the internet. This could be, you know, like, yeah, around somebody's home, because this person is outside, you know. But going back, you know, to, yeah, like laws changing and, you know, like stuff changing. Yeah, like laws could be, you know, like become stricter, you know, on, yeah, like people stalking people, you know, people watching people. There's an earth sign involved: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Somebody, you know, could fall out of a tree. I don't know, it could be a kid. Somebody, you know, could have a fallout with their family. It could be over a kid. I don't know, for somebody, you know, they could have a fallout with, you know, like their family over a kid that's not even theirs. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, or fallout with a family, it don't have to necessarily be their family. But, you know, when it comes, you know, like to, yeah, protecting the kids, you know, these days, yeah, everybody needs to, yeah, come together as a community to protect these kids, you know, from this evil world. So, Holy Spirit. Yeah, somebody's mad. Somebody's mad. This is the scratching off card. So somebody, you know, could get in their car, you know, and scratch off out of anger. But something about, yeah, scratch off. Somebody, you know, could win the lottery, you know. Somebody, you know, could, you know, like buy a lottery ticket, you know, and, yeah, find out, you know, that they're a winner. I don't know. But going back to, yeah, like the premonition. So something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, like seeing something happening, you know, like before it happens. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, like had a premonition about, you know, like falling out with their family, or somebody, you know, like falling out with, you know, like a family, you know. Wow. There could be a tree, yeah, like a vehicle that hits a tree. Give me another one, Holy Spirit. But that's also, too, yeah, one of the what goes around comes around cards. So it's something about somebody's anger. Somebody, you know, allows their anger to get the best of them. Yeah. Somebody, yeah, is very, very emotional out here. So somebody, you know, yeah, they could be, you know, like just really emotional. Somebody, you know, could, yeah, like be an emotional wreck at this time. But yeah, it's a kid on this card and a kid on this card. So something about, yeah, some kids. I don't know, somebody, you know, could be angry, you know, about some kids. Or, you know, like there's some, you know, like adults, you know, that, yeah, like they grew up together. You know, of course, if they're family members, you know, yeah, like they grew up together. But this could be, you know, like siblings. So something about, yeah, like some siblings, brothers and sisters. Something about, yeah, like a vehicle ending up, you know, like in a body of water. So like in a lake or a pond or something like that. Give me another one, please, Holy Spirit. Yeah, the Destiny card came right back out. So, I mean, at the end, you know, of whatever's going on, yeah. Uh, something, yeah, is destined to happen, you know. Something is fated to happen. But this is giving me, yeah, like destiny, you know, like it's waiting, you know, for somebody, you know, to, yeah, like, pick up the phone, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could have a fallout, you know, like with their family, you know, because they could be leaving their family behind. Or there could be somebody, you know, that feels left behind out here. Mm. Somebody's also full of it. Mm-hmm. Somebody's full of it. Like my grandmother, when she says, yeah, they full of it, you know, it means, yeah, like they're full of BS, you know. Somebody don't know how to, you know, like tell the truth. So somebody's full of it out here. Maybe that's why somebody, you know, yeah, could, you know, like get into it with their family, you know, have some type of heated discussion with their family, you know, because, yeah, like they could find out that their family is full of it. Mm-hmm. But something about, yeah, like somebody full of emotions. This could be negative emotions. This could be, you know, like, yeah, like just a lot of different emotions. Anger, sadness, depression. Why is this stalking and watching in the reverse? Something about, yeah, like somebody not watching, you know, like some kids. So I don't know if that, you know, caused, you know, like some type of argument, you know, like amongst a family. So something, you know, could happen to some kids because, you know, yeah, like they're not being watched properly, you know. Mm-hmm. But somebody's Chinese zodiac sign could be of a pig. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a P. But something about, yeah, like the police not watching somebody. Or, you know, yeah, like, so going back, you know, to, yeah, like somebody's not, you know, watching some kids responsibly and something happens. And so then, yeah, like the police, you know, is called. Mm-hmm. There's also somebody, you know, that, yeah, like if somebody, you know, has been wanting, you know, to, yeah, like, you know, like pursue some type of dream. This could be a dream of being a police, a dream, you know, of being, you know, like a firefighter. You know, I feel like that, yeah, like somebody needs to, you know, like, yeah, like go towards that dream, you know. Whatever's going on, yeah, it's a part of somebody's destiny. Mm-hmm. Why is it scratching off here? Yeah. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an H. There definitely, yeah, could be a lot of police presence. When this pig comes out with the helicopter, yeah, police presence. I don't know. Going back, you know, to, yeah, Pluto being direct in Aquarius, it could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like, with, like, you know, like protests, you know. So, yeah, there would be a lot of police presence at protests. But it's something about, yeah, like outside, you know, of, yeah, like a home or, you know, like, yeah, like in a neighborhood. Somebody, yeah, somebody, you know, could, yeah, like be trying to run, you know, like from the law. But this is also, too, yeah, like the hell on earth card. So somebody, you know, could feel like, yeah, like they're living in hell on earth. Somebody definitely, yeah, could allow, you know, like their anger to get the best of them. We got HP. Something about a laptop is significant. Somebody, you know, can no longer watch some stuff, you know, yeah, like on a laptop. I don't know, it has something to do with some kids. The police gets involved. But something about, yeah, like somebody's pH. Somebody needs to balance their pH, or somebody's pH balance is off. Yeah, we got the family card at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's first, middle, last name can start with a G. So something about, yeah, somebody's family. Somebody's family, you know, could have, you know, people, you know, that, yeah, like work for law enforcement. Why is this emotional here? Somebody, yeah, there could be a stalker, or, you know, somebody that's been watching somebody, you know, and, yeah, like they get caught, or, you know, yeah, like the law gets involved. But we got the sheep hears the voice of the shepherd. So with this, the sheep hears the voice of the shepherd. Yeah, this is, children of God. So somebody, is a child of God out here. So yeah, somebody, is hearing, from, God. So going back to, like that premonition, somebody, they say it's a premonition, but somebody definitely is hearing from God. This is giving me too, like somebody hears something from God. So somebody hears something, like straight from, like the horse's mouth, straight from God's mouth. So somebody, has been wanting to know some stuff. Yeah, like God is going to tell somebody some stuff. And then we got, disappointed. So somebody, could be disappointed out here. Possibly disappointed in themselves, disappointed, I don't know. Somebody, could be disappointed in God. Something about, an SD chip. We picked up on, SD chip before. DHS. Something about, a tape. Like a tape recording or tape, Y'all know, old school. Camcorder, they have the videotape. Something about that is significant. But something about, technology, evolving. The law, technology when it comes to the law, evolving. But there could be somebody else, that could be evolving spiritually out here. I don't know. There could be, like a child that could run away. That could be, why there's a lot of police presence out here. But yeah, somebody don't fit in, or that's how somebody feels like that they don't fit in, because these are all white sheeps, and I'm picking up like a black sheep. So somebody feels like that they're the black sheep of the family, or something about a black sheep. Before we go any further, I want to look into the Chinese zodiac sign of a pig. Somebody could be born in 1947, 1959, 1971, 1983, 1995, 2007. The year of 2019 could be significant, or the year of 2031 could be significant. I just seen the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. So a lot of people. Why is the pig here? We got the Tower, but it came out in the reverse. So the Tower coming out in the reverse. This is like a bad Tower. Yeah. Somebody's foundation could be crumbling out here. I don't know. Somebody, could be falling from grace as well. But there's somebody that definitely is. They didn't want to change at all. Wow. But it goes back to, like somebody, like having a premonition, or, like hearing from God, knowing that, like something, it's going to take place before it takes place. We got the Queen of Swords, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So there could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that's involved. Why is this hell on earth here? But with the Tower in the reverse, I see why somebody feels like that they're living in hell on earth. But this could just be, like mentally. Somebody, could just be very, very paranoid out here. Yeah, we got the Lovers, so heavy Gemini energy. Something about, yeah, like, yeah. The tower has fallen. I did a message on YouTube. Yeah, and that was the title. The tower has fallen. So, yeah, the tower has fallen. So, something about, yeah, family, yeah, like coming, like undone out here. Somebody, could be feeling like that they're, like living in hell on earth when it comes, like to a lover. That's for somebody, not everybody. Something about, yeah, the full moon in Gemini. So the full moon in Gemini could be significant in this message, but we got a King of Coins. So yeah, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I don't know. With this King of Coins, this is giving me, yeah, like somebody, like, yeah, like only focus, yeah, like on money. The lover of money is, yeah, like the root of all evil. So, something about, yeah, like somebody being married out here. I don't know. There could be a marriage, that could be, yeah, like coming apart out here. I was just disappointed here. Somebody, could be trying to duck somebody out here. Because if y'all see, it's 2 ducks on that card. I don't know. Somebody, could be trying to duck 2 people. But we got the 3 of Cups. So, there is a group out here. I don't know. Somebody, yeah, leads a group. Somebody, could be, yeah, like disappointed in a group. But there's 3 people, 3 women on this card. I don't know. Somebody, could be involved, like with multiple women out here. But something about, yeah, a celebration. With the sheep, here's the voice of the shepherd with this King of Coins. Because, like the King of Coins, is like, yeah, the one that would be, like the king that would mostly be married in the tarot card deck. With the Destiny card, this is like, yeah, like a kingdom spouse. So especially, yeah, with the lovers. But the tower comes out in the reverse. So, I don't know. There could be, yeah, like some type of spiritual contract, that could be severed out here. Yeah, for a new one. With the Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. Something about, yeah, like somebody being married to multiple people. Or, yeah, like that's, how somebody, yeah, wants to, like live their life. I don't know. Maybe somebody, could be trying to get somebody, to, yeah, be a part of, like, yeah, like them being married to multiple people. This is weird. Wow, the pig here. We got holding back. So somebody, yeah, is not being fully open with somebody out here. So somebody's not being fully open with somebody, and it has something to do with, yeah, like some information. That could be making, like somebody, like feel like that they're living in hell on earth because, yeah, like their mind could be so, yeah, bogged down, because, yeah, like they're, like holding back some information. We got smoke and mirrors. Somebody, could, yeah, like could smoke a lot. But somebody definitely, yeah, feels like they're living in hell on earth, but they possibly, yeah, aren't, like showing it. Because it says, don't be fooled by appearances. So something about, yeah, like somebody, like looks good on the outside, but yeah, like they're, yeah, all messed up on the inside. We got the cold shoulder. So somebody, could be giving somebody the cold shoulder. They could be deliberately, like giving somebody the cold shoulder, or they could be deliberately, like distancing themselves. Somebody, yeah, could be, like giving God the cold shoulder. So God, could be trying to, yeah, like talk to somebody, but yeah, like they ain't listening. Mm. Sad. Yeah. Somebody, has told somebody partial truth. So that could be why somebody, is giving somebody the cold shoulder, or, like deliberately distancing themselves from somebody. Yep. Somebody's only sharing parts of the truth that benefit themselves. Mm-hmm. Somebody's appearance could be changing as well. Mm-hmm. We got temporary distance that came out. So something about temporary distance. Whoever this is, they could be at a distance from somebody. Somebody, could be in like a long distance relationship. We got unexpected news. So somebody, could see some unexpected news, hear about some unexpected news, or something about, some unbelievable news. So going back to, like that premonition. We got public exposure. So something, could get publicly exposed out here. It could be, like some private matters, that, like could be publicly exposed. So something about, like somebody's family, or, like what's going on, like, like in somebody's life. We got authentic vibes. So somebody, needs to know that, they have authentic vibes out here, no matter, like what's going on. But something about, like somebody finding somebody who resonates with their authentic vibe. So two people, that, are on the same frequency. So I don't know. Somebody, could be trying to fool somebody to believe that they're on the same frequency, as them. Somebody, could be about to be disappointed, or, like somebody already knows, that, like somebody's not on the same frequency as them, and that's why somebody's disappointed. Yeah. Because somebody, they're only sharing parts of the truth that benefit themselves. Yeah, this person is hiding. It says hidden truth. It says facts haven't been fully revealed out here. Somebody, could have attachment issues. I don't know. For somebody, it could be some kids, or somebody, could have attachment issues when it comes, to, like, like their family, So, somebody, could come from a codependent family, or, like somebody has attachment issues when it comes to, like public exposure. So somebody, like they have to, have attention, they have to, like put their life, on social media, to, like get some type of attention. But somebody's two-faced out here. So there could be somebody, that could be, giving somebody the cold shoulder, deliberately distancing themselves because they done did some two-faced BS. Possibly has something to do with, spreading some type of rumor out here. It says rumors are flying. So we got spill the beans. So somebody, could be about to, like reveal everything to somebody out here. Yeah. Somebody's trust in somebody is starting to waver. Maybe, somebody, could be, giving somebody the cold shoulder because, they feel like that they can't trust somebody. I feel like like whoever this is, the one that, they possibly are giving the cold shoulder to is the one that they can trust the most. But we got confession. So somebody is about to confess their true feelings for somebody, or somebody, is about to, like confess, some stuff, that, they've been holding inside. And what's crazy is I heard Usher's confession song multiple times yesterday. So somebody, could be about to confess why they've been, like giving, like somebody the cold shoulder out here. Why they've been deliberately distancing themselves. I mean, it don't have to necessarily, like be a lover. It could be a family member. It could be, like a kid, a co-worker, a friend. There's somebody in the situation that, yeah, like they're mad, you know, about their childhood, or they're hurt about their childhood. Whoever this is, I feel like, yeah, like they need to heal, you know, like some type of childhood wounds, which makes sense why the family, you know, one of the family cards, you know, came out. And when we saw, yeah, the family card. So something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, has deep rooted issues when it comes to, yeah, like their family. We got fantasy world mentality. So whoever this is, they could live in fantasy world mentality. Somebody, you know, is trying to, yeah, get somebody, you know, to, yeah, like live in fantasy world mentality with them. We got an X, so somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an X. Somebody's ex could be involved. But yeah, somebody needs to know that there is an ancestor among you. So for somebody, it could be an ex, you know, or it could be somebody, you know, that their first, middle, last name starts with an X. But yeah, somebody needs to know that there is an ancestor among you out here. I don't know. There could be somebody or some people, you know, that, yeah, they could want, you know, like somebody, you know, to look like the villain or the bad guy out here. Or, yeah, there's an ancestor, you know, that, yeah, like they're playing, you know, like the bad guy. So, you know, going back to, yeah, the sheep hears the voice of the shepherd, you know, like the child of God. Yeah, the child of God, you know, could be playing, you know, like good cop, you know, and yeah, like the ancestor, you know, could be playing bad cop. So, something about harassment. I don't know. Somebody's ex could be harassing somebody. We got big storm coming. So there's a big storm coming. This could be, you know, like like a physical storm. So I was picking up on, yeah, like a tree, you know, like falling over, you know, a tree could fall over on the car, you know, yeah, or like a car, you know, yeah, there's a flood. And so, yeah, that's why I was picking up on, yeah, like a car being, you know, like in a body of water. Somebody, you know, could be from Florida. Somebody could be from Texas. But yeah, when it comes to, yeah, like a physical storm coming, yeah, I feel like that, you know, like those, you know, that have already been impacted, you know, by, yeah, like the storms that have already been rolling through, yeah, brace yourself, because there's another big storm coming. But I feel like that, yeah, with the ancestor, you know, coming out, yeah, it's a big spiritual storm that's coming. So we got honesty out here. So somebody, you know, could want to, you know, like, yeah, be honest. But this is also giving me too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like already being honest about something. This literally, you know, could be, yeah, like somebody seeing something, you know, like coming, you know, like, yeah, before, you know, like, yeah, like it happens, you know, going back to that premonition, you know, especially, yeah, with this, the sheep hears the voice of the shepherd, you know, so yeah, somebody, you know, could have been, you know, could have told, you know, yeah, somebody, you know, the truth. Don't have to necessarily be, you know, like a premonition. Somebody, you know, could have told somebody, well, you know, a big storm is coming. This is like, yeah, like somebody, you know, looking at the weather channel, you know, and so, yeah, they see that a big storm is coming and it's going to hit their state. And so, yeah, they go tell, you know, some people, you know, yeah, there's a big storm coming. You might want to, you know, latch down your windows. You might want to, you know, make sure, you know, that you're ready for this big storm. And then, yeah, somebody, you know, ignores, you know, yeah, like the warning for the big storm coming. And then, yeah, like they're out there looking stupid, you know, because, yeah, they were warned. We got roadblocks and detours. So somebody, you know, yeah, there's a big storm coming for, yeah, somebody or some people for, yeah, like trying to cause some type of roadblocks and detours out here. So somebody, you know, could want to be honest with somebody, you know, about, yeah, like them trying to cause some type of roadblocks and detours. But when it comes to, yeah, like, you know, like a heavy, you know, like police presence, you know, yeah, there's going to be some roadblocks and some detours, you know, that, yeah, are set up. So I don't know. Something about, yeah, like somebody running or, yeah, like somebody being, you know, like looked for. So somebody, you know, could be disappointed, you know, to find out that, yeah, like their family, you know, is a part of something, or, you know, yeah, we got a cousin. So somebody's cousin could be involved. Somebody, you know, could be disappointed in their cousin out here. Something about, yeah, like somebody being a villain, somebody being a bad guy, somebody being a criminal out here. Or, yeah, you know, yeah, like somebody's family members, you know, yeah, could have tried to, you know, like paint the picture, you know, that, yeah, like somebody is the villain, somebody is the bad guy. But it's something about, yeah, like somebody you know, like, yeah, like living in fantasy world mentality, you know, like, yeah, looking at, you know, like the wrong people as the villains, as the bad guys, instead of looking at, you know, like the people that are in their lives, or the people that were in their lives, as the villains and the bad guys. Somebody's ex's cousin could be involved, or somebody's cousin's ex could be involved. We got the life path number 3. So somebody's life path could be the number 3, which is all about creativity. So something about somebody's creativity out here. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could have been trying to, you know, like, yeah, put some type of roadblocks and detours, you know, when it comes, you know, like to somebody's creativity, you know, when it comes to somebody's finances, when it comes, you know, like to somebody making good investments out here. But we got, yeah, confessions. So, but we did, yeah, talk about Pluto, you know, being direct in Aquarius, you know, how truths are coming out, you know, how, yeah, a lot of stuff is, yeah, coming to the surface. So somebody, you know, could be about to, you know, like confess to some stuff out here. Somebody, you know, could be about to, yeah, receive the full story. We got a power couple. So there could be a couple involved. There could be a couple, you know, that you consider themselves as a power couple. Or something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, like realizing, you know, that, yeah, like the person, you know, that, yeah, like the person that has authentic vibes, you know, could be the person, you know, that, yeah, like they could supposed to be with, you know, yeah, on the path, you know, and it has something to do, you know, with like fulfilling destiny. But we got mental spell. So I don't know. There could be a couple involved, you know, and doing some type of mental spell. Yeah, the mental spell, you know, was supposed to cause some type of roadblocks and detours. But it's something about, yeah, like somebody doing some type of mental spell, which causes somebody, you know, to, yeah, crash out. We were talking about that crash out energy, yeah. It could be somebody's cousin, you know, that crashes out. Or an ex, I don't know. But, yeah, somebody's being told to, yeah, pay attention to their surroundings out here. We got a Leo, so there's a Leo involved. We got a Scorpio. Somebody's car could crash out. So that could be how, you know, or it could be a motorcycle. I don't know, but that's, yeah, it's some form of transportation. You know, that could be how, yeah, it hits a tree or it ends in, you know, like a body of water. We got meet somebody new. So somebody, you know, could meet somebody new. Or somebody, you know, wants to confess, you know, that they met somebody new out here. But somebody, you know, could be about to meet somebody new. And that could be the person, you know, that, yeah, they, you know, become a power couple with. I don't know if people, you know, yeah, were trying to cause roadblocks and detours so that somebody wouldn't meet somebody new. But we just saw a life path, and we do have the destiny card out here. So, yeah. It's two people that's supposed to, yeah, be on a path together to fulfill destiny. So we got standing ovation. So somebody, you know, is about to, yeah, receive a standing ovation out here. So it could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like the premonition, or, you know, seeing something, you know, like take place before, you know, yeah, like it could take place. But somebody can't take it no more. So something about, yeah, like somebody can't take a mental spell anymore. Or it's something about, yeah, like somebody can't take the fact, you know, that, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, is receiving a standing ovation, or, you know, that somebody, you know, is being looked at in a certain way. Wow. We got nowhere to go. So going back, you know, to, yeah, like somebody falling out, you know, with their family, or something like that. I don't know. Somebody's family, you know, could, yeah, like not want to have anything to do with somebody. I don't know. Somebody's cousin doesn't have anywhere to go. I don't know. Something about, yeah, somebody crashing out. got confront you. So somebody's being told to pay attention to their surroundings because somebody, could want to confront somebody. I don't know, it could be a cousin or it could be an ex. I don't know, it could be a Leo or a Scorpio, or you could be a Leo or a Scorpio. But somebody, could possibly, want to confront somebody because they don't have nowhere to go, or because of, like some type of roadblocks and detours, that they basically, caused. But something about, heavy police presence. I don't know, somebody, could want to confront somebody, because, like they, met somebody new, so somebody's ex could want to confront somebody. We got a child or children. So somebody, could have, like some type of confessions, and it has something to do with, like a child or some children. I don't know, somebody, wants to confront somebody, because, like, it has something to do with a child or some children. Maybe somebody's child or children don't have nowhere to go, but it's something about like somebody, like not watching some kids responsibly out here. We got neighbors at the bottom of the deck, so somebody's neighbors could be involved. But whatever somebody or some people have been doing, it's some careless decision making. So somebody doesn't have nowhere to go because of, like their careless decision making. I don't know if, this is the person, that done some type of mental spell. But somebody's angry out here. But it's off of, like their careless decision making. So somebody, could want to confront somebody because of their careless decision making. We got argument on social media. So there could be some type of argument, that could take place on social media. Somebody definitely, could be cold as ice. Big storm coming. This cold as ice fell on top of big storm coming, so it could be an ice storm. But somebody, could be, like cold as ice. So going back to, giving somebody the cold shoulder. So somebody, could confess why they've been giving somebody the cold shoulder, or why, why whatever's been going on has been going on. But we got energy is sacred. So with this energy is sacred, it's giving me, like, going back to, like this mental spell. So, somebody, like, trying to do like a mental spell on somebody, But like that person's energy is sacred. Or like, you just can't do stuff to certain people, Especially, children of God, But it's not just those that say that they're children of God. Those, that, like, God, really, because, everybody, is, a child of God, in God's eyes. But some choose not to be, and so, God is like, okay, say less. I have other children of God, to protect, to warn, to love on, to nurture, so, And I feel like whoever, this message is for, like, is one of those, And so, their energy is considered as sacred. But we got God give me a sign. So somebody, is looking for a sign. So it goes back to, somebody, like asking God for a sign. Somebody's about to be shown a sign. But it's also giving me too, somebody, could have already been shown a sign, going back to, the premonition, going back, to, like somebody, like being honest, about some stuff. But I feel like somebody, could be asking God for a sign, and God is about to show him a sign. Here come a big storm. Somebody, could want to confront somebody over, like some type of policy out here. This could have something to do, with, like a home. But somebody definitely is operating in their dark side, or something about, like, like somebody, done, like rub somebody the wrong way. And now, like they see somebody's dark side and they don't like it. We got a psychic. I don't know. There could be a psychic that could want to confront somebody. Somebody, could, like have psychic abilities, but it goes back to, the premonition. We got child or children. So something about, a child or some children. Somebody's children somebody's child or children, you know, like it, you know, like, yeah, like have, you know, like some type of spiritual abilities out here. But we got change. So yeah, there's a change that's about to take place. But with this energy is sacred and change, yeah, there's a big energy shift that's about to take place. But it's also giving me too, yeah, whatever, you know, somebody has been doing, especially, yeah, like a mental spell. Yeah, somebody's on an emotional roller coaster out here. So something about, yeah, like somebody needing to pay attention to their surroundings. But when it comes to, yeah, like somebody changing, yeah, like somebody receives a standing ovation, you know, for making some type of change. Regardless, you know, of, yeah, like the roadblocks and detours, you know, that have been put in their way. Because I feel like yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, they know where they're headed, you know, and yeah, it's toward destiny. We got a Libra, so there's a Libra involved. We got a toxic feminine, so there's a toxic feminine involved. There could be somebody, you know, that has some type of hidden rivalry against somebody as well. There goes the angel number 1508. We picked that up on Patreon. Y'all can look into the angel number 1508. But somebody's a light worker out here. But something about, yeah, change of residence. So something about, yeah, like somebody don't have nowhere to go. Change of residence. We got tough love. So with this guy, give me a sign, and tough love, yeah, God could be showing somebody or some people some tough love. So, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, it would be, you know, people that, yeah, God considers, you know, as, yeah, like those, you know, children of God, you know, that accept, you know, the Most High God, you know, as, you know, like, yeah, like their father. But it's also giving me too, yeah, like, somebody, you know, like receiving tough love. So yeah, like some child or children, or, you know, like, yeah, like some family members. Somebody definitely, yeah, try to ruin somebody's reputation out here. So I don't know, it could be some family members. So yeah, whoever these people are, they're receiving tough love. Or it goes back to, yeah, the ancestor, you know, that is among somebody, you know, could be, yeah, showing, you know, like, yeah, like whoever these family members are, tough love. But we got good news. So somebody, you know, is about to receive some good news. This is also giving me too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like people, you know, like, yeah, like talking about somebody, because we have the child or children card came out multiple times. So like somebody, you know, could have a child or some children, you know, and so yeah, somebody raises their child or children right, you know, morals, values, discipline, responsibility, respect, you know, and so yeah, like when it comes, you know, to, yeah, like disciplining, you know, like their child or children, you know, for, you know, doing whatever it is that they, you know, have been doing, yeah, it could, somebody, you know, could give their child or children tough love. So it's, yeah, you're not gonna, you know, receive, you know, a new bike, you know, until, yeah, you know, learn how to act, you know, versus, you know, like other parents, they want to be friends, you know, with their children, you know, they want to reward their children, you know, for, yeah, bad behavior. So it gives me too, yeah, like there's people out here, you know, that, yeah, like they engage in bad behavior, you know, and they want to God to reward them, you know, like for their bad behavior, or yeah, like they want to be rewarded anyway, or they want to be, you know, like helped anyway, you know, when it comes, you know, to, yeah, like when they're down and out, you know, but yeah, like they've engaged in bad behavior. So yeah, you got to be disciplined. Something about some gang activity. So that could be, you know, the heavy police presence. Somebody's first name or last name could start with a B. Somebody definitely, yeah, has a high spiritual rank out here. It could be, you know, like the ancestor that is among somebody. You know, could be a high-ranking ancestor. Yeah, heavy Libra out here. But yeah, there's a big storm coming for, yeah, somebody that's dependent on others for everything. So it could be, yeah, like somebody, you know, that's, yeah, like codependent on their family, you know, codependent, you know, yeah, on the internet, codependent on, you know, yeah. We got a toxic feminine, so yeah, there's a heavy toxic feminine out here. So with this big storm coming, and yeah, like somebody being dependent on others for everything, yeah. This tough love, could be somebody's gonna have to stand on their own, 2 feet. Plus, whoever this is, yeah, they spread fake news. They're definitely, is a couple, that, they think that they're a power couple, but they're not. They could be dependent on others, for everything. This is like, like a married couple living up, like in their parents' homes, or, like their family members' homes, And I mean, some people do that, but I feel like, whoever these people are, they want to be looked at as a certain way, These are like family members, like they'll, talk about everybody in the family, and like they don't even, look in their closet, to see all the skeletons that are in their closet, They spread fake news, they do, engage, in bad behavior, or, they engage in the dark side, and then, they go around talking about everybody else. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a I. We got an increase. So somebody, could have spread some type of fake news, to, like get some, like some type of financial increase out here. But something is increasing. This could be, like some stuff, it could be karma, So the more, that somebody, spreads fake news, the more, that, they, karma, weighs heavy on them. But it's something about, like somebody, like spreading fake news on the internet, to, like get an increase in followers, get an increase in, subscribers. So we got divine timing. So divine timing definitely, is at play. But I'm also picking up too that, somebody, there could be an increase, like in, like somebody meeting new people. So somebody's being told to, pay attention to your surroundings when it comes, like to, meeting new people. We got harassment. So somebody, could have been spreading fake news. Somebody, could have been lying and saying, that somebody was harassing them. But it's something about, like somebody, like somebody can no longer, like watch somebody, and somebody no longer can stalk somebody. Because it's considered as harassment, or it's considered, it's illegal. But everything else, that I feel like that somebody, has been doing, is illegal. So, I don't know. Some type of harassment, could, lead somebody to have nowhere to go. But something about, some harassment increasing. But it's giving me too, with this fake news, like somebody's lying. And then we have confessions. So somebody, could want to confess, like to, like their lies. Because going back to, somebody trying to ruin somebody's reputation. But, there's somebody or some people that have no direction. They're lost. So somebody who wants to confront somebody, they possibly, want to harass somebody because they don't have nowhere to go. They don't have no direction. They're lost, But it's giving me too, like somebody could have lied and said that somebody was harassing them, It's just like, like somebody, having a social media platform, and like they could put out messages, like spiritual messages, And so then, like somebody, energy is sacred. So then, like somebody, puts their energy into, the collective. And so, their energy is picked up on. And so, then, whoever this person is, they want to, say that, I'm being harassed. They're watching me. They're stalking me. But no, it's because, you put your energy into their collective and they picked up on your energy. We got July. So something, could have taken place in July. Somebody could be a Cancer or a Leo. Heavy Leo. Yep. We got fake offer. So be aware. So going back, to like, somebody, like meeting, like a lot of new people. Be aware, of, like, these fake people. I mean, basically these people, being fake people, bringing fake offers, to, cause roadblocks and detours. We got a Scorpio. So heavy Scorpio. Mm-hmm. But something about, yeah, an investigation. So somebody, can receive some type of good news when it comes, to some type of investigation out here. There's an Aries, Taurus, Cusper. Yeah, heavy Scorpio. Somebody, could have Scorpio in multiple placements in their chart. Somebody, could have Libra in multiple placements in their chart. Mm-hmm. We got struggle and hardship. So I feel like there's an increase in somebody struggling hardship out here. So that could be why somebody is being asked like for a sign from God. I feel like that they're about to find out that it's tough love. Mm-hmm. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a R. Somebody could be from Rhode Island. Something about rib. Yeah, Adam's rib. So Eve, was made from Adam's rib. So it's something about, two people, coming together, to be on, a path, to, fulfill destiny. Mm-hmm. We got feeling your absence. So there could be somebody or some people, that could be feeling somebody's absence out here. We got an Aries. So there could be an Aries involved, or you could be an Aries. We got final decision. So somebody could have already made some type of final decision on something out here. With this feeling your absence, this could be like a final decision, like to like end something with somebody. But somebody, they made a final decision when they decided to do some type of mental spell, when they tried to, cause some type of roadblocks and detours. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a S. Somebody, could like eat ribs a lot. Something about the I, the R, and the S. So the I, the R, and the S could be involved. There could be a final decision that could be made and it has something to do with the I, the R, the S. Maybe that's what somebody, is going to receive some good news about. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an H. Something about high school is significant. So somebody, in this situation, or, somebody could have went to high school with, or, something about, because we're picking up on, kids. So something about, some kids being in high school. Mm-hmm. Somebody, could have IBS. Mm-hmm. But somebody needs to know that, there is an ancestor that is among you out here. So I don't know. There could be an ancestor, that could make some type of final decision on somebody's behalf. But something about, a policy. So somebody, went against a policy out here. It could be, some identity thieves. So something about, the I, the R, the S. So be aware, of, like some identity thieves that done stole somebody's identity trying to bring forth some type of fake offer. But we got new connections. So something about, somebody, in a new connection. Or somebody, they're, somebody, could get into some type of new connection out here. But we got scared shitless. So, I don't know. There could be a final decision made on, like a new connection. So, somebody, could have gotten into a new connection, and so, there's been a final decision made on that new connection. I don't know. Somebody definitely, is scared shitless out here. And one of the reasons is because, there is an ancestor that is among somebody. So it's giving me, like whatever, the roadblocks and the detours, the mental spell, the fake news, people trying to cause somebody, whoever this is, trying to cause somebody to struggle, go through some type of hardship. The ancestor that is among somebody ain't having it. But whoever this is, they definitely, have been operating out of their pride and ego. And then we got, karma. Mm-hmm. Something is BS. Mm-hmm. feel like like somebody, they're being made, to, like be honest with themselves, because it goes back to, like somebody, trying to, make other people the villains and the bad guys, but like not looking around them, not looking at people from their past, as the villains or the bad guys, not looking at themselves as the villain and the bad guys. It's giving me, like somebody, could be going through some type of struggle or hardship. And so, with that disappointed card, it's like, like somebody, being disappointed because, like they're being looked at as the villain and the bad guy. And it's kind of like, what did I do? I try to help you. Mm-hmm. Somebody don't remember anything. So it could be, the mental spell, that, cause somebody, like not to remember anything. Or, somebody, could just try to play dumb. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. But we got nothing else to lose but their freedom. So somebody, could be in this nothing to lose energy, Or, they feel like that there's nothing else to lose but their freedom. So, I don't know, but it's something about, like somebody either don't remember anything that they have done, out of anger. And it could be, like coming, like back to haunt them. Or they, really don't. But, somebody possibly, realizes that they don't have nothing else to lose but their freedom, or that's how they feel. So, something about, crash out. But, justice is definitely, going to be served. So, somebody just needs to know that, justice is going to be served. Mm-hmm. And be aware, because, there's somebody, that's, on a karmic path and they want to manipulate you to get off of your path. It could be family members, exes, friends, whoever these people are. This could be, like creating children. People don't, trying to cause roadblocks and detours so that somebody won't meet somebody, to, create a child or a children. But, it's a part of somebody's destiny. It's family members. So there is some justice that's being served, and it definitely, it's on, family members. So somebody, is about to be disappointed in, like their family members. It's something about, somebody's family members acting like that they don't remember anything. Somebody, could be, achieving, like a rare milestone. And so, whoever these people are, they want to stop it. But these people are going to act like, they don't remember nothing. We got an Aquarius, so you could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius in your chart. Or, there's Aquarius involved. But going back to, Pluto, direct in Aquarius. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, there is somebody or some people that, they want to teach you a lesson. It has something to do, it could be, with the justice system. Or, they want to teach you a lesson, and, they're being taught lessons, So, now they want God to give them a sign after they try to teach somebody a lesson. After they try to, humble somebody. Uh-huh. Somebody's family members could be involved in some type of cover-up. Or like somebody's family members are trying to, like cover up the fact, that, they were trying to teach somebody a lesson, or, they're trying to cover up the fact that they, want to stop, somebody, from, achieving a rare milestone, they want, to cover up the fact that they're trying to, that they're on a karmic path, and they're trying to, get somebody off of, like their karmic path. Mm-hmm. So, somebody is being told, don't fall for the guilt trip. Because there is somebody that definitely, they hid some very serious information that you need to know. Mm-hmm. So while, whoever these family members are, whoever they are, want to teach somebody a lesson, the truth is coming out. We got a Cancer, so there's a Cancer involved. Mm-hmm. So somebody possibly has been acting like that they don't remember anything. Now they gonna remember some stuff. Something about, yeah, like somebody being disappointed in family members because, yeah, like, yeah, going back to, you know, like, yeah, somebody being painted as the villain or the bad guy. But many people know about this. So some family members, you know, could have been trying to cover up some stuff that many people know about. So maybe, yeah, somebody in this situation, you know, you could be the only one that don't know about it. I don't know. Or many people know, you know, that, yeah, some family members were trying to cover up some stuff. But, yeah, there's somebody or some people, you know, that, yeah, are facing the demons within, and it's not pretty. Yeah. But somebody, yeah, can see right through it. So something about, yeah, like going back to, yeah, the beginning of the message. Somebody, you know, like, yeah, seeing something, you know, like taking place before, yeah, it takes place. But, yeah, we have... Understand people by their actions, and you will never be fooled by their words. So, yeah, something about, yeah, somebody's actions. The actions of some family members, the actions, But somebody, yeah, they want to teach somebody a lesson. They're all up in their feelings. They're on an emotional roller coaster. So somebody, you know, could be forced to say something out here. Somebody, you know, yeah, could have spoke to a detective. So, if somebody, you know, yeah, was looking, you know, asking God for an answer, yeah, the answer is coming. But there's also somebody that needs to know that, yeah, good karma is on its way to you. So, something about, yeah, like somebody's receiving a standing ovation. Yep, and if they didn't run their mouth, this wouldn't have happened. So yeah, if somebody's family members didn't run their mouth, if, yeah, an ex didn't run their mouth, whoever this is didn't run their mouth, yeah, this wouldn't have happened. So something, you know, could take place, yeah, within the next 24 to 48 hours out here. The manipulation of a monster, yeah, is being stopped within the next 24 to 48 hours. But yeah, don't fall for, you know, like the guilt trip. So somebody, you know, could try to guilt trip somebody within the next 24 to 48 hours. Somebody, you know, could try to manipulate, you know, yeah, that they don't remember anything. Yeah, but the manipulation of a monster is being stopped. Yeah, somebody done lost control of a situation out here. We got a Pisces. So there's a Pisces involved. So within the next 24 to 48 hours, there could be a Pisces that could be trying to contact somebody, or somebody, you know, could be trying to contact somebody about a Pisces. But yeah, if they didn't run their mouth, yeah, this wouldn't have happened. This Pisces could be, you know, the manipulating monster that's being stopped. Or something about, yeah, like, Give me one more, please. We got right ear ringing. So within the next 24 to 48 hours, somebody, you know, could be talking about somebody. The same person that could be talking about somebody could be trying to contact somebody. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, somebody, you know, yeah, could receive a significant blessing. It has something to do with some good karma. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, somebody, you know, could receive a reminder from the spirit realm. So, you know, within the next 24 to 48 hours, yeah, there could be an ancestor, you know, that could be trying to contact somebody, you know. But something about, yeah, like somebody, you know, wanting, you know, like, yeah, God to give them a sign. And so, yeah, within the next 24 to 48 hours, I feel like, yeah, somebody's going to, you know, receive the sign, you know, that they've been asking for. We got a Capricorn, a Leo, a Scorpio. So there's a Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio that's involved. We got physical jail and prison. So somebody, you know, could be in physical jail or prison, but we saw the Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, and there was 3 people on that 3 of Cups card. So I don't know. But with all this police presence out here, somebody definitely is either physically locked up already, or they're about to be. We got a karmic masculine, karmic feminine. So there's a karmic masculine, karmic feminine involved. You could be seeing the angel number 777. Something about July. So Gemini. Cancer, Leo, cusper. Something about Cancer season, Leo season. But somebody's caught in a web out here. Somebody could be caught in like the web in the internet. But we got facts. So something about like somebody speaking facts. Somebody like knowing some stuff. We got February. So somebody could be in Aquarius or Pisces, Pisces cusper. Something could take place by February. Somebody could get locked up in February, or somebody's been locked up since February. But we got spiritual connection. So something about spiritual connection. So there could be like a spiritual contract that could be severed, so that like a new one can begin. But somebody definitely needs to know that your ancestors are rooting for you. So don't be aware of like getting caught in a web, or getting caught like in the web, in the internet, or something about like somebody wanting to create a web of lies, and like get somebody caught in it, or they already tried it, and like they're the only ones that are caught in it. Yep, but there is somebody that definitely is hiding from somebody out here, because somebody knows some facts. Somebody's seeing right through some stuff. So going back to like somebody deliberately giving somebody the cold shoulder, or deliberately distancing themselves, because somebody knows some facts out here. And somebody's strength is unmatched. Yep, there's somebody that definitely threw the rock, and now they're trying to hide their hand. Somebody, they could have threw away a spiritual connection, and like now they're trying to, sever it, put it back together, but the contract has already been null and voided. But when it comes to, like people, that are on their karmic path, it's giving me, like a whole lot of family members, and they're trying to get somebody off their path, or like they're trying to create roadblocks and detours, when it comes to, somebody's path, or when it comes to like somebody achieving like a rare milestone, and they're trying to stop it. Can't destroy what it's meant to be. So whatever's going on, it's God's plan, it's destiny, it's fate. There's also somebody or some people that thought that you wouldn't change, but you did. This could be change your mind, change your attitude, change your life. Yep. And there's also somebody, that is understanding, their game. So it was a game to these people, and somebody is understanding their game. We got broken family. So somebody's broken family could be involved, or something about like somebody understanding, like a broken family's game, or like somebody understanding, that like there's people, that are trying to, like get in the middle, to create a broken family, before like a family, like even, is built. So be aware, because there is somebody that definitely is causing drama, because karma is hitting them. So whoever it is, that wants to confront somebody, or they're mad, because they have no direction, they're lost and they're delusional. They want to cause drama, because karma is hitting them. Somebody could want to cause drama because like somebody's moving on. Somebody is choosing to protect their heart out here. Yep. Somebody, is angry and pissed because, somebody's understanding, their game. Somebody is attempting, they've been attempting, to, like control others' actions or decisions out here. So going back to, the manipulation monster, is being stopped. Yep, there's a Capricorn, there's a Leo, there's a Scorpio. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody could have been attempting to try to control the Capricorn, Leo, or Scorpio actions and decisions. Or there's a angry Capricorn, Leo, or Scorpio. Or yeah, there's a Capricorn, Leo, or Scorpio that's causing drama because karma is hitting them. They could be hiding from somebody. I don't know. They got caught in the web. But yeah, somebody has learned to adapt and thrive and change. So yeah. Somebody chose to move on, from, whoever these people are. And so maybe they're angry, they're pissed. But whoever these people are, they're also obsessed and depressed about, somebody's glow up. So keep your cool and respond rationally. So I feel like that somebody, is going to confess some stuff. And so somebody's being told, to keep your cool and respond rationally. I feel like that, it's going to be very disappointing to somebody. Yep. But there's also some people causing drama because, several fingers are being pointed at them. So they don't like the fact, that, the fingers are being pointed at them. They wanted to, paint the picture, that, somebody was a villain, somebody was a bad guy. And now that the fingers, are being pointed at the real villain, the real bad guy, now, they want to confront somebody. There is a blockage that's being removed. So, the roadblocks and the detours, but it's these people. So whoever these people are, they're considered as a blockage and they're being removed. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Whoever these people are, they're blind. And the blind, has been leading the blind out here. So whoever these people are, I feel like that they had a chance, to follow somebody's lead, but they chose to follow, like their family's lead, or be codependent on their family or whatever. Be the codependent on, the internet. I don't know, but somebody definitely has faced significant challenges and came out stronger on the other side. Because somebody's favored by God out here. Somebody, they could have chosen, like a copycat version of somebody. A wannabe version of somebody. Wow. Or something about, like somebody being a copycat, So somebody, like they just, the blind leading the blind. They just do, what somebody else does or other people do. But when it comes to, like your intuition, what you're feeling is real. So it has something to do, with, like if somebody's feeling like that they need to move on from some family members, from a situation, from a job, whatever it is, what you are feeling is real. Anything else, Holy Spirit? So we got, when prayers go up, blessings come down. So, somebody, could have been praying, praying for change, praying for answers. And so, when prayers go up, blessings come down. But it goes back to, like somebody, faced significant challenges and came out stronger on the other side. Somebody learned to adapt and thrive and change. Somebody, learned to sacrifice a little to gain a lot. And so that's what, somebody's about to do, Gain a lot. Because they could have, sacrificed, a little. But a little, to God, could be, like a lot, to, like us as humans, we got a Leo. So, there's a Leo, heavy Leo. So we got open and honest conversation. So somebody, could want to have some type of open and honest conversation now, but it goes back to, confessions. And somebody definitely needs to know that, they have a spiritual ally. There could be a spiritual ally, that could want to have, like an open and honest conversation with somebody. Going back to, like in the next 24 to 48 hours, like an ancestor, could, come, That could be, like somebody's sign from God, so like an ancestor showing up in somebody's dreams, but we got reality check. So There's somebody or some people that, yeah, they're about to receive a reality check, and it could be within the next 24 to 48 hours. They're about to, yeah, realize that, yeah, life is real. We got energy draining spells. So, yeah, somebody or some people, you know, could have been doing some type of energy draining spells. Yeah, throwing the rock and, yeah, like trying to hide their hand. So, yeah, if it comes to, yeah, like somebody feeling, you know, like, yeah, like their energy being low. But we did talk about, yeah, somebody being on E yesterday. Yeah, what somebody is feeling is real. So, yeah. But it's giving me, yeah, like somebody, if somebody's doing energy draining spells, yeah, somebody knows it. But not only, you know, yeah, are these people receiving a reality check? They're finding out that life is real. Yeah, they done forced God's hand. We got set boundaries. So somebody, you know, is being told to set boundaries out here, or yeah, somebody has already set boundaries, you know, and yeah, people, you know, are, yeah, violating somebody's boundaries in multiple ways. So I don't know. So like somebody, yeah, they've been stalking and watching somebody, yeah, they're getting locked up. You know, yeah, people doing energy draining spells, yeah, they're getting ready to be drained to the point to where, yeah, they're not even going to be able to walk, stand up, take care of their children, you know, all type of stuff. Yep. But somebody, you know, yeah, they could have already moved on, you know, they could, yeah, somebody, you know, could be, yeah, protecting their heart. There's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they're refusing, you know, like to move on. So, yeah, whoever this is that's refusing to move on, yeah, they done forced God's hand. Yeah. So somebody's being told, you know, to, yeah, cleanse your energy. We got reflecting on their wrongdoing. So within the next 24 to 48 hours, when it comes to this reality check, yeah, somebody, you know, could be reflecting on their wrongdoings now. But it's after they refuse to move on. It's after they, yeah, cause roadblocks and detours. Yeah, within the next 24 to 48 hours, whoever this is, yeah, they're going to be eating their words. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have been trying to sacrifice somebody. Or, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, try to sacrifice a child or some children. I don't know. But we got word got back. So word done got back to somebody or some people. It could have something to do with, yeah, like somebody being locked up. But there is a new cycle that is beginning out here after, yeah, somebody, you know, has went through, you know, a cycle of unrequited fake conditional love out here. And so, yeah, there's somebody or some people that weren't expecting to get caught like this. But yeah, whoever these people are, they were relying too much on social media. They were relying too much, yeah, on their codependent family. So yeah, within the next 24 to 48 hours, I don't know, somebody, you know, could get locked up. And so it goes back to, yeah, the same person, you know, that, yeah, could have been talking about somebody, or, you know, yeah, the same person, you know, that could have been involved with all of this, could find out that, yeah, like their family, you know, going back to, yeah, family fallout. So yeah, so the same person, you know, that, yeah, was pointing the finger, you know, at the good guy, you know, and saying that they were the bad guy, yeah, they possibly, yeah, could be reflecting on their wrongdoings. And so when it comes to, yeah, like somebody, you know, like reaching out to somebody, you know, yeah, if somebody, you know, has the right to, yeah, not to care out here. Because I feel like that whoever this is, yeah, they showed that they didn't care about somebody. This is the same person that, yeah, they're claiming that they are not accepting no as an answer. Yeah, they just don't know that they don't force God's hand. And the fact of the matter is, whoever this is, yeah, this is a spiritual fight. So somebody, you know, trying to confront somebody, ain't gonna work for them. Or ain't gonna work. Something about, yeah, ex-lover. There's an ex-lover that definitely is involved. There could be an ex-lover that, you know, wants somebody to be heartbroken. Anything else? Ooh. Somebody made some type of false reports out here. To possibly, yeah, try to get somebody, you know, like locked up, or somebody made some type of false reports, you know, on, you know, like social media, reporting somebody's channel. But we got limited worldview. So yeah, whoever this is, they have a limited worldview. They're not open to new things. So oh well, sucks to be them. And whoever this is, yeah, they forever played the victim. Yeah, their show is over. Yeah, because their lies fell on deaf ears. For them, like pointing the finger at, at the good guy, yeah, it didn't work. So yeah, within the next 24 to 48 hours, somebody's being told to stay emotionally balanced because yeah, there's somebody or some people that yeah could be trying to like get in somebody's head. By trying to get some advice. So somebody is being told to be careful because whoever these people are, they done showed unrequited fake love. We got obscene acts, so I don't know. Somebody but we have some kids out here, so I don't know. We got already in a relationship, so somebody could already be in a relationship out here. So that could be why somebody moved on, or somebody could find out that somebody's already in a relationship, and so somebody's gonna move on. But we got an uncle, so there's an uncle involved in some type of obscene acts, or somebody's uncle is involved. I don't know. Somebody's uncle could be reflecting on their false wrongdoings, but yeah, we got spiritual attacks backfired. The spiritual attacks could have backfired on somebody's uncle. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an M. Yep, heavy Scorpio. So somebody could be making a statement. So that could have something to do with some confessions. When it comes to paying attention to your surroundings, somebody's being told to watch those around them. But this is also giving me too, like somebody having a premonition or somebody picking up on something before it could take place. So it goes back to like somebody somebody picking up on somebody's family, and then like somebody tells somebody the truth, but then they look at somebody like that they're the bad guy. We got Sagittarius, so there's a Sagittarius involved. Somebody could be trying to regain control of a situation out here. Anything else, Holy Spirit? We got moving out of fear. So somebody could be moving out of fear out here. But it goes back to somebody hiding from somebody. I don't know, somebody's uncle could be moving out of fear. Some family members could be moving out of fear. But whoever these people are, they will watch you reap what you have sown. And I feel like somebody has sown good stuff. Somebody could be moving out of fear. They're making quick financial decisions to save themselves, or something about somebody going back to like the I, the R, the S. I don't know, somebody could be moving out of fear and they could end up homeless. So something about like somebody not having nowhere to go. So somebody definitely needs to know that confirmation is coming your way. So as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's gonna turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.